Well, hello everyone. This is Sister Lisa coming to you from Hazelwood, USA, and I do puppet ministry. I have my puppets that we call Mark and Sandy. Um, my husband, Timothy Mark Peter, Brother Mark, he wanted to do puppet ministry when he was a youth leader years and years ago, and so we got some puppets. And at that time, it's around the same time that Mark and Sandy. Mark Lowry and Sandy Patty had done a parody some other time, some other place, off of the Wayne Watson song, Another Time, Another Place. But anyway, my husband liked that parody, and so we got puppets and named them Mark and Sandy. And I do stories from time to time, and I wrote this one this week. You may have heard of Ray Stevens' song, The Day the Squirrel Got Loose in the Pascagoula Church. Excuse me. People keep texting all at the same time. I'm sorry about that. But anyway, I wrote a story, and it's about, it's off of that. It's kind of like a parody off of that, because Pastor Rick and Baker was saying that there was a squirrel that got loose in the church, and up in the baptistry or whatever. And as some of you know, my granddaughter Raylan just got baptized, but they love my puppets. They love Mark and Sandy puppets, and so I wrote this little story. It might be a song later, but it says, the day the raccoon escaped in God's Light Cafe. And that's what I call. Got a little bistro set right here, and in between two of my rooms I got some doors, some old doors up, and my puppets sit at that bistro set, and we call it the God's Light Cafe. So that's what it's talking about. The day the raccoon escaped in God's Light Cafe. And this is Mark. I didn't bring my puppets over here, but they're going to be the ones talking. I'm going to try to make a book out of this. Hey, Sister Lisa, you going to tell all them boys and girls? You want me to use my puppet voice? Thanks, since I'm just reading it now, I'm just going to read it in my regular voice. Hey, Sister Lisa, you going to tell all them boys and girls out there about our story? Sister Lisa, yes. Can I tell it? Can I tell it? Mark says. Sister Lisa said, well, let's sing it. I'm just going to read it right now. Yeah, that's going to be the beginning of the song. Well, it wasn't so very long ago when we had a horrible adventure, but as adventures go, this one here turned out quite okay. Mark and Sandy were sitting in the God's Light Cafe, having a lively conversation, when the place went wild because a raccoon had escaped. People were hopping around and hollering. Some were jumping, some were screaming, others laughing. But, well, you know, Mark and Sandy kept calm and kept their seat. We had to, because we couldn't leave. We have no feet, is what Mark's going to say. Sandy sat there with her mouth wide open, you know, puppets, mouth wide open, and Mark slumped over forward and nearly hit the floor, and there his eyes locked with some beady eyes he had never seen before, right there on the table ledge. Well, the bistro set has that little thing down at the bottom. What's it called? The table that holds the legs together. Well, that's where he was sitting. Right there on the table ledge, it's not a ledge, but was this fuzzy furry fellow, and Mark saw his tiny paws and fuzzy feet. Well, Mark knew then and there it was a real do, for puppets couldn't wiggle and move around so. Mark swallowed his pride and kept his jealousy inside, and Sandy, she just sat as quiet and as still as a mouse. Well, soon all things came back to normal when the raccoon was rescued by its owner. But Mark and Sandy were quite sure they would never be the same again. Sister Lisa is getting security cameras installed and posting a new set of rules. Not really, but no raccoons allowed in God's Light Cafe. So if you're planning on returning, just bring your chatter and the laughter and leave the chaos and disarray away. And come on and be a blessing and leave the others guessing as to what new excitement awaits. And come on, be our guest, and let's go on a quest here at God's Light Cafe. And leave the raccoons at home. Let them all scurry away. Sandy said, let's eat cake. Yay! So anyway, yum. So anyway, that's just an idea for a skit, a story, something I'm going to do with my puppets, because my grandkids like it. And see, the raccoon is not a puppet. So, but anyway, I didn't have a squirrel, and I had this, and it's going to work just fine, because escaped cafe, right? Yeah, it's not a puppet. I can use everything for the glory of God. It's not a puppet. I'm trying to make a puppet out of it. I could make a puppet out of it, but anyway. So there you go, boys and girls. I'm going to try to make a book. Don't you think make a good book? I'm going to start trying to make some books out of all my different things. Melissa, my daughter Melissa, does not believe me. But I'll walk past my puppets and they'll talk. I'll say things. I do not pre-think them. I do not. I do not. I get an idea. Now this right here, I had the idea, and then I sit down and wrote it. It kind of wrote itself, actually. But I'll walk past them. I say, oh, I miss the grandkids. And I say, yeah, but you got us, or something like that. I'm serious. I'm serious. Because I've been doing puppet ministry so long, it just comes natural. But anyway, that's going to be exciting. So that's all I have today. And be expecting it. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Okay, bye-bye.